Hello YouTube, this is Scott Segment and I'm back. And I know I promised about Twilight. I do not like Twilight because they suck. And so I used to have Twilight books, but I gave it away. Then my friend of mine gave me all her Twilight books. See? I do not like Twilight, but I don't know why I have this book. But I promise to read, Bella is a whining Mary Sue. She is. She's a whiny Mary Sue, and so I'm gonna read the parts. Here it is. I never given much thought how much I would die. So I reasoned enough to feel blah 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 blah. Yeah. I'm sorry, hold on. Sorry, gotta read my reading glasses. So I couldn't see. I'm 40 years old and here it is. I want to read you a book that how whiny Bella Swan is. My mother drove me to the airport with the windows rolled down. It was 75 degrees in Phoenix. The sky perfect, cloudless blue. I was wearing my favorite shirt, sleeveless white eyeliner lace. I was wearing it as a farewell gesture. My carry-on item was a park in the Olympic Peninsula of Northwest Washington State. A small town named Forks exists under the near constant covers of clouds. The rains on this inhospitable town more than any other place in the United States of America. Boy, she sure whines. It was from the town of its gloomy compassion shade that my mother escaped with me when I only a few months old. In this town, I've been compelled to spend months every summer until I was 14. Was the year I finally put my foot down. These past 3 summers, my dad Charlie vacationed with me in California for 2 weeks instead. It was to Forks that I exiled myself. The action that I took was great horror. I detest Forks. I love Phoenix. I love the sun and the blistering heat. I love the vigorous, sprawling city. Boy, she is a whiny little bitch. Bella's whine. She hates Forks. She hates Forks because it's green, wet, cloudy, rainy. Well, it's also wet. and gloomy. Boy, she's a whine. Whine, whine, whine. All she do is whine. Whine, whine, whine. Like my glasses? Bella, my mom said to me the last of the thousandth time before I got on that plane, you don't have to do this. My mom looked like me, except with short hair and laughed lines. I felt expansive of panic as I stared at her wide, childlike eyes. How could I leave my loving, erratic, hair-brained mother to fend for herself? Of course, she had failed now, and the bills would probably get paid. There would be food in the refrigerator, gas in her car, and someone to call when she got lost, but still. I want to go, I lied. I always been a bad liar. No shit, whiny. But I've been saying this lie frequently lately that it sounded almost convincing now. Tell Charlie I say hi. I will. I'll see you soon, she insists. You can come home whenever you want. I'll come right back as soon as you need me. But I will see sacrifice in her eyes behind that promise. Don't worry about me, I urge. It'll be great. I love you, Mom. She hugged me tightly for a few minutes, and then I got on the plane and she was gone. It's 4-hour flight from Phoenix to Seattle, another hour to small plane up to Port Angeles, and then another drive back down to Forks. Flying doesn't bother me. How I was caught with Charlie, I thought I was worried about. Boy, she's a whiny. Okay, I'll skip the part. Let me see. Let me see. I'll skip more. All these words, she's so whiny. She whines about everything. I'm going to skip the parts because the end, Let me see. Let me see. Oh, and also, here's what I see. Better description. Instead, I was ivory skinned without even an excuse, with blue eyes or red hair. Despite a constant sunshine, I had always been slender, soft somewhere, obviously not an athlete. I don't have the necessary hand-eye collation to play sports without humiliating myself. Whiny, 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 stupid, weak bitch. Okay, let's skip there. When I finish my clothes in the, so I had skipped some few words. When I finish putting my clothes in the pine dresser, I took my bag of bathroom necessaries and went to the common bathroom to clean myself up after a day of travel. I looked at my face in the mirror. I brushed through my tangled damp hair. It was the light, but a way looked swallower unhealthy. The skin was like pretty, but almost transparent looking. But it was depend on color. I had no color here. Facing my pale reflection of the mirror, I forced to admit I was lying to myself. I wasn't physically that I would never fit in. I would never manage in school with 3,000 people. What were my chances here? I didn't relate well to people my age. Maybe true that I wasn't relate well to people, period. Even my mother, who was closer to than everyone else on the planet, was harmony with me near and okay. Sometimes I wonder if I was seeing the same things through my eyes that was the world to see through theirs. Maybe there was a glitch in my brain, but some case didn't matter. All that mattered was that it fixed and tomorrow will be just beginning. She's a whiny. Can you believe that? Bella is a whiny bitch. I can't believe it. Who would want to read this shit? I'm just showing an example of a... Yeah. And now I'm going to read more. Then I'm going to skip through how much she whines. I didn't sleep well that night, even after I was done crying. The constant whooshing of the rain and wine across the roof went fading to the background. I pulled the faded quilt over my head and later added pillow too. But I couldn't fall asleep until the midnight when rain finally settled to quicker drizzle. Whine, whine, whine. I didn't. The thick fog was all I could see out my window in the morning, and I could feel the claustrophobic creeping up on me. You could never see the sky here. It was like a cage. Yeah, I'm skipping that. Okay, sorry, I just need to do that. Now skip. Let's see how much she whines more. Let me skip through. see. Okay, here's another whiny part. And when I opened my eyes in the morning, something was different. Oh my gosh, she's such a whiner. She's so annoying. It was a light, and it was still gray-green light of the cloudy day in the forest. It was a clearer somehow. Realized there was no fog there in my window. I jumped up to look outside, and then I groaned in horror. A fine layer of snow covered the yard, dusted the roof, dusted the top of my truck, and wetted right in the road. It wasn't the worst part. All the rain from yesterday had frozen solid, coating the needles of the trees. Fantastic, gorgeous portrait screens, and making the driveway daily ice slick. I had enough trouble for falling down when ground was dry. It might be safe to go back to bed now. Oh my. Yeah. See, she's whine. She whine about forks. She whines about everything. This book is the worst book ever. I don't know why I have this book. One of my friends gave me this because she thinks I like Twilight. But really? Bella whines. You know all this, Trish. She always whines. Let me see. Yeah, she... Let me see. Oh, this is when she's weak. Watch the blood type. I made my way to English on the days I didn't even realize where I first walked in the class that had already started. Thank you for joining Miss Swan, Mr. Masson said in a despairing tone. I flushed and hurried to my seat. It was into the class, and I realized Mac is sitting in his seat next to me. I felt a triangle of guilt, but he and Eric met me on the door as usual. I figured I wasn't unforgiving, and Mike seemed, yeah. I don't want to read the whole thing, but let me see. Let me see. This is when Bella fainted. Let me see. I'm just skipping the words and okay. He grabbed Mike's hand and jabbed the spike into the tip of Mike's middle finger. Oh no, clammy moisture broke down across my forehead. Put the small drop on each of products. You know how she's weak is. Put a small drop of blood on the each prongs. He then started squeezing Mike's fingers till the blood flowed. I swallowed convulsion, my stomach heaving. Such a weak. And I then applied in the card. I finished holding the dripping wet card for us to see. I closed my eyes, trying to hear the ringing in my ears. The Red Cross having blood drive in Port Angeles next weekend. I thought you should know your blood type. He sounded proud of himself. All those who aren't 18 yet will need parent permission. I had slips at my desk. He continued through the room with his water drops. I put my cheek against cold blanket black tabletop, and tried to hold on my conscience. All around me. I could hear screams, complaints, and giggles as my classmates scurried there. I breathed slowly in and out through my mouth. Bella, are you alright? Miss Banner asked. His voice was close to my head and he sounded alarmed. I already know my blood type, Mr. Banner. And then weakly, I'm afraid to raise my head. Are you feeling faint? Yes, sir, I muttered, literally kicking myself for you stitching when I had a chance. Can someone send Bella to the nurse, please? I asked. Didn't have to look up to know it was Mike who volunteered. Can you walk, Mr. Benner asked. Yes, I whispered. Just get me out of here. I thought I could. I'll crawl. I crawl. Such a weak, knowing, whiny bitch. So blah blah blah. Mike eager to put his arm around my wrist and pull my arm over the shoulder. I leaned against him, heavy, and the way out of classroom. Mike toes slowly across campus. When we were round the edge cafeteria, I outside and put building four cases. Mr. Banner watching. I stopped. Just let me sit for. Let me sit in. Sit for a minute, please. I begged. He helped me sit on the edge of the walk. And whatever you do, keep your hand on your pocket, I warned. I was so dizzy I slumped over my table, holding my cheek against freezing damp and I closed my eyes, seeming a little well, you're green, Bella. Mike asked. Bella, different voice. No, let me be a management in a horror family-like voice. What's wrong? Is she hurt? His voice close, and I sounded upset. I started squeezed my eyes shut, hoping to die. Not very least not to throw up. Mike seemed stressed. I think she fainted. I don't know what happened. She didn't even stick her finger. Bella, Edward's voice was right beside me. Can you hear me? No, I groaned. Go away, he chuckled. I'm taking her to the nurse, Mike explained to a defensive tone. But she wouldn't go any farther because she's so weak. Weak. Annoying little bitch. I'll take her, Edward said. I could hear a smile still in his voice. I can go back to class. No, Mike says, I'm supposed to do it. Suddenly the silence disappeared from beneath me. My eyes flew open shut. Edward scooped me up in his arms and easily raised me 10 pounds instead of her. Put me down. Put me down. Please put me down. No. Put me down. Please let me not vomit on him. He was walking before I was finished talking. Hey, Mike, called with pissing behind. Edward, no, you look awful, he told me. Put me back on sidewalk, I moaned. I walking a bit of his walk, not helping. He held me away from his body, generally supported all the weight with his arms. It didn't seem the blood bother him. So you faint at the sight of blood? He asked. This seemed uncertain. I didn't answer. I closed my eyes and fought with nausea with all my strength, clapping my lips together. And not even your own blood, he continued, enjoying himself. I don't know how he opened the door while carrying me. Something wrong. Oh my, female voice. She fainted in biology. Yeah. Can you believe how weak she is? Yeah, I don't like Twilight. I'm gonna close this. This book is worse. I do not like Twilight. Twilight sucks. I hate this book, but I don't know why my friend gave me this book. I'm not a big fan of Twilight. I'm more like House of Night fan. And she's like a whiny, annoying, shallow, selfish, weak, whiny bitch. I mean, Bella Swan is nothing but cringey. She's like cringey. Okay, Bella is like cringe. Hold on. Bella Swan is a cringy, whiny. Wait, over. Bella Swan is cringy, selfish, shallow, narcissistic. You know what I mean. Selfish, self-centered, annoying, whiny, little brat. She also weak because she fainted in the biology because she's doing the blood. She's so weak and annoying. I can't believe why the Twilight like this book. This book is awful. I mean, she's whiny, she's cringy, she's weak, self-centered. You know what I mean? I prefer Sword Redbird over this. And those who call Sword Redbird a slut, it wasn't Sword Redbird's fault. No, it wasn't her fault. She was groomed. She was tricked into having sex. She was set up by Netflix and Lauren. But Bella, she Mary Sue. So, just so you know, I hate Twilight, and I gotta go. So, see ya. Please don't read Twilight. It's worse. I hate Twilight. I hate tryhards. If you tried, say, oh, you're just jealous of Bella, or oh, nah. No, I hate Twilight. So, gotta go. And bye. Vampire Queen out.